Hey there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking here at a 2007 Honda Stepwagon Spada variant. This is a RG1 generation, front-wheel drive. Comes with a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. That is the K20, not the performance K20, just the economy K20, known to be pretty reliable. Well, extra reliable. It is a Honda engine and a modern one at that. We're going to take a look at the condition of the car. We'll compare it to the auction inspection sheet. Just going to show you the mileage here at 102,464. This one was bought from auction here in Japan for export over to the UK. And we'll just, this is just going to be a pre-export condition check of the vehicle. So first off, the engine, the oil, and the coolant both look to be okay. It's probably a good idea to get those changed as soon as the vehicle lands. We don't really know when the last time they were changed was. Besides that, there's nothing weird to talk about inside the engine room. There's no rust. There are no aftermarket parts. We'll just go ahead and close this. I think it's an aluminum hood on it. Maybe it's just a small and light steel hood. Okay, quick look at the car. Stepwagons are very popular in Japan. They are very easy to find, very inexpensive, especially this older generation. They're very reliable. It's going to last you for a good long time. So, yeah, highly recommend these. I like them a lot. This is the auction inspection sheet. I'll go ahead and translate this from Japanese into English right now. It's a 2007 Honda Stepwagon Spada. This is the Spada SZ package. I'm not really sure what's different between the different packages. This is an auction grade 4. Interior and exterior both are C. That seems about reasonable to me. 102, 500 kilometers. Original black paint. Sales points are a dealer trade-in, HID headlights, and auto sliding door, which I actually didn't try the auto sliding door. So it's only on the left side by the look of it. Okay, we're going to come back to the interior in a sec. We'll say overall condition of this one, interior really needs to be clean, but nothing appears to be damaged, so a good deep cleaning will do well. Exterior is good, doesn't have a lot of dents, but it has some fairly major scratches on it, and these were known on the auction sheet before we bought this one. Okay, report says windshield rock chip, which is something you typically don't have to worry about. It's not a crack, it is a small chip. They are sometimes so small, they're hard to find. I can't even see this one in person here. Okay, interior scratched, wear, and dirty. It comes with 4 tires inside the car, steering wheel wear, A3, A2, A3, and then some A1s in various places. And then various scratches and dents. I'll talk about the tires briefly. It came with a set of winter tires over here. Now the ones on the car do not have the E4, E13, or E3 marking on them, so they're not going to be legal in the UK. I think you have to pass a compliance and show your tires as part of it. These winter tires are on a no-name rim, like really cheap, like $30 per wheel, kind of cheap. And 205/65 R15 winter tire from 2021. And I'm looking for markings on them to see if they are legal. Most of them are here in Japan. These ones aren't. So both your regular summer tires and your winter tires that came with it are not legal. Those can be shipped to you, but because of the used tires can't be shipped. The wheels can be, but they're worth way less than the cost of shipping. So I'll just leave them in the vehicle, and if they make it there, which they probably won't, because that's against the rules, but sometimes they do, then you can have them. If not, the port will just throw them out as per what they're supposed to do. Okay, that's all for this. I'm going to go ahead and give you the walk around. I think the Stepwagon is a fantastic size and shape. They are kind of Honda Accord size in terms of the length and the width, and then just taller than the Accord. And it's a 3-row, and this gives you, I believe, 7 seats. I'll double check when I get inside. Most of these vans here in Japan are 7-seaters. Some of them are 8-seaters, usually the bigger ones like El Grande or Alphard. But this makes great use of space on it, because you're basically completely flat sides, completely flat back, giving you as much interior room as you can get. The Stepwagon's a little bit smaller than Honda's larger van, the Elysian, and then eventually this became the only van that you can get here in Japan. The Odyssey turned into a semi-station wagon, and then it turned back into something about the same size. So basically you can get the Odyssey now, which is again a van. Same size as this, approximately, maybe a little bit smaller. And that one's the curvy one with less room inside. The Stepwagon is the boxier one with more room inside. Don't know which one is more popular. They're both extremely popular here in Japan. And you have plenty of them every day to search for in the auction. Okay, so now that we have been around this one and you've seen it from all different angles, you can rewind it if you wanted to see anything particular, but let's go ahead and look at some of the damages. So first off, the chrome on the front is all looking fine. The vehicle is fairly dirty at the moment, so it will clean up a little bit nicer. Headlights are yellowish, but look at this, the headlight stretches back almost to the A-pillar. And then it has some blue in there. I remember when I first landed in Japan in 2006, I noticed it was a popular thing to put some sort of like blue chrome inside the headlight. And this one here is no different, being a 2007 model. Okay, front bumper is, I guess, a little bit aggressive looking. You have on, I might as well point this out. The front bumper has come off of its clips a little bit. I don't know how easy that is to fix. You obviously can't just push this in. I mean, it will, as you can see, it will go in a little bit, but then it'll pop itself back out, and it's still a little bit separated. A body shop can probably do it. That they've had this style of bumper for a good long time, and so they'll know what they're doing. This kind of scratch is very popular in the car, on this car. Right there, and there, and here, and here, and here. Now, some of these are so mild that you'll be able to polish them out, and some of them aren't. There are lots around here. Some scratches here, here, and down here. This one here is what the auction sheet called an A3. Up here, right here, and a lot around this area here, as well as on the tail light. Okay, now we knew, according to the auction sheet, that scratches are going to be an issue on this one. The other side is not so bad, mostly just the left side. Then there's a big A3 on the back bumper here, right there, and here. Okay, when we come down this side, we don't notice as many scratches, but there are still some, like these ones here, and some in and around the door handle. I realize it might be a little bit tricky to see them, especially not having your eyes on the car, instead your eyes on the video that came from the car. The video is not going to catch everything the exact same way that real eyes do. Okay, so your gasket here is all cracked and sun damaged. You could maybe get some sort of a caulking and put that on there, but unfortunately a piece of it is separated. See this top piece here, how it kind of goes away by this point? That piece is supposed to be attached to this, but has come off. So it's no longer making a seal with the windows, and it's going to allow all the water to just go inside the door. Now the doors all have drains at the bottom, but still you want to have the least amount of water as you can in there. Might be a good idea to go do some online shopping and get some new ones of these if they still are available. Or you can possibly get some used ones. I'm not really too sure. Okay. This section here is all fine, but the bumper is doing the same thing on this side over here. Most likely they bumped into something on the front and it just popped those sections of the bumper out. So there might be some sort of bracket or something that's a little bit off. Okay, so the height of the vehicle is probably around 180 centimeters tall. Oh, and these visors, Mugen brand. Cool. But lots of scratches on this one. I don't know how you get that many scratches on your door visor. Pretty weird. Okay, so when the car came in, all four of the tires were inside the trunk here and the seats were flipped up to the side. Now, the Stepwagon has different seats from the Odyssey for their third row. These ones are the flip down and then flip up to the sides to give you your cargo room style, whereas the Odyssey and the later Stepwagons have the flip into the ground style. And that is maybe a little bit more convenient, but the seats on this one are a little bit larger and more comfortable, hence why they don't flip into the floor anymore. Loading height is very low to the ground, making it very easy to put stuff into here if you wanted to, which you're going to want to because that's what the trunk is for. And then that's a full ground. There's nothing underneath it. Okay. These seats also slide forward and back, but if you flip them to the side, you have to have them in the right position in the slide. But you get these little markers. See the triangle? As long as those triangles line up, then you can flip them up to the side. So you can push these back if you want. Let's see how much more back you can push them. Okay, so they're currently in about the center, and then you can move them back what looks like about 7 centimeters backwards or 7 centimeters forwards to give you just a little bit more leg room, which is good because as they are right now, you don't get a ton of leg room. Okay, let's close this off and we'll go into the rear seat here. And yes, this one is a full manual door. Seats here are also slidable forward and back, so if you wanted, you could leave those ones, the back ones, in the position they're in and then move these ones forward a little bit. You're not sacrificing a ton of leg room to give the people in the back a lot more. The way that you get into the back is quite nice. It's easy to flip this up. Even kids can do that. I think a 6-year-old could do that with ease, and then very easy to enter. You have an aftermarket floor mat that is jakey, and then seats in the back. Pretty good, pretty decently far off of the ground. That's fairly important for comfort of the rear seat passengers. And then to move it back, this is a flip down, pretty easy. And then the pull up is easy, but the amount of incline isn't set properly. So if you're gonna have the seats upright all the time, that's no problem, but I find them a little bit uncomfortable this way. So I like to flip them back just a little bit, but then you're going to have to do that every time someone gets into the back seat, so it's a little bit annoying. Your seats here are nice and long. Again, that's going to help with the comfort. And once again, you've got aftermarket floor mats. You can really see how dirty the car is when you take a look at these mats, or the carpet up there and whatnot. Okay, I'll just give you a peek at the front through here. Oh, before I do that, let's look at this. Okay. Pillow, no cup holders in the pillow. It looks like your back seat cup holders are 2 bottles there. And you get the same thing on this side. And 2 there. And you don't get anything on this side, so whoever's sitting here gets no drinks. Okay, now I'll look at the front. Fairly modern. I like, well, not modern anymore, but modern in 2007. I like your triangle windows there. It's very nice. The pillars aren't too wide. Visibility is good all the way around. Parking's really easy. Very good. Let's get into the front. Oh, we have a flip down monitor here, but it's not an original unit, so it doesn't look cohesive with everything. And clicking it in is hard. You gotta give it a little slam. It looks like it's like a Chinese brand that I've never heard of before. Okay, open the doors. Nice and large doors make for easy entry and exit. Again, the low floor makes it very easy to step up into. That was a sales point here in Japan when these were brand new. Is low floor Honda. And then it was like this and the Odyssey and one other vehicle that they were like, oh, so easy for elderly people to get in and out of. So easy to put your luggage in. Okay. Your sliding door button here, you can switch that off if you don't want anyone to have access to the sliding door. Steering wheel has enough wear on it that it would bother me. It has a section up here that you can feel that's a bit crusty. It doesn't show up so much. Here's some more crusty section. It doesn't show up so much in the video, but it feels worse than it looks like it would be visually. Your seat, a little bit of sagginess on the outside of the bolsters there, but otherwise pretty smart looking with the blue and black two-tone. Inside doesn't have a bad smell despite the dirtiness, and I don't think it's been smoked in. Again, we got those auxiliary mats, which is pretty, like, I don't like these mats at all, but it keeps your floor carpet underneath in fairly good condition. Okay, the dashboard's kind of neat because you don't have any gauges behind you, you have them behind you. Right there, and some more over there, like a large screen all the way across. You have this weird little clock thing here, and a lot of cool little compartments. Have a look. You got a compartment here and a compartment here, both of them approximately the same size. Okay, come down here and you got a little compartment there. A little one here has your BCAS card for watching Japanese TV and a remote control. Cup holders. Free box with whatever this is. Oh, like a Swiss Army knife. It has like a flashlight on it and a few little bits and stuff. Cool for you. That'll be your little Japanese present. And I will leave that in your car. This is harder to do one-handed than it looks. Okay, and then glove box, very cavernous and large. Okay, AC is not as cold as I would like it, but you can still feel the AC works. And then these lights have been changed over to LEDs. You have a place to put your glasses, and then a little mirror on here so that you can be used to see the people that are in your car. If you've got kids, it can be pretty important. No dirtiness of the headliner really, and a pass-through here so that you can walk from the front of the vehicle to the back fairly easily. Again, if you've got kids, this can be very important to be able to get into the back without getting out of the car. Like that. Okay, we're at 16 minutes. That's too much Honda Odyssey for everyone. So that'll be the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, I hope you're happy with yourself for watching this. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.